Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with a glossary of legal terms. The first phrase is aggravated assault. Aggravated assault is a severe form of assault involving factors that increase its seriousness, such as use of deadly weapon intended to cause serious harm or assault on vulnerable persons. It is treated as a felony in many jurisdictions. The punishment is more severe than for simple assault. Aggravated assault protects public safety by deterring violent acts. Its scope lies in criminal law and law enforcement. The next term is affreightment. Affreightment is a contract by which a ship owner agrees to carry goods for a merchant in return for payment that is freight. It sets terms of transport, liability, and responsibilities of both parties. Such contracts may be evidenced by charter parties or bills of lading. Affreightment facilitates global trade and maritime commerce. Its scope lies in admiralty law, commercial contracts, and international trade. The next term is agency. Agency is a legal relationship where one party, that is the agent, is authorized to act on behalf of another, that is the principal. It arises by agreement, necessity, or law. Agents can bind the principal in contracts and transactions with the third parties. The relationship is based on trust and a fiduciary duty. Its scope lies in business law, contracts, and employment. The next phrase is Alfred plea. An Alfred plea is a legal plea in which a defendant maintains innocence but accepts conviction because sufficient evidence exists for a likely guilty verdict. It allows the court to impose punishment without the defendant admitting wrongdoing. The plea balances efficiency in justice with protecting the accused's rights. Though controversial, it is accepted in some jurisdictions as a valid guilty plea. Its scope lies in a criminal procedure and a plea bargaining. The next term is agent. An agent is a person authorized to act for another, creating legal obligations for the principal. They may negotiate contracts, sell goods, or represent the principal in legal matters. Agents must act within their authority and in good faith. Misuse of power can make them personally liable. Their scope is within agency law, commerce, and professional services. The next phrase is aggrieved party. An aggrieved party is a person whose legal rights have been infringed or who has suffered harm due to another's actions. They are entitled to seek remedies in court. The harm may be physical, financial, or violation of rights. Courts recognize them as having legal standing to file a case. Its scope lies in civil, criminal, and constitutional law. The next phrase is aid and comfort. Aid and comfort refers to assistance or support given to an enemy, especially during wartime or rebellion. And a constitutional and a criminal law, giving aid and comfort to enemies of the state may constitute treason. It includes actions such as providing resources, intelligence, or shelter that help hostile forces. Even indirect support may qualify if it strengthens the enemy's position. Its scope lies in constitutional law, criminal law, and national security. The next phrase is aiding and abetting. Aiding and abetting occurs when someone intentionally assists, encourages, or facilitates another person in committing a crime. The aider does not have to be the main perpetrator, but shares liability for the offense. It can include acts like supplying tools, giving directions, or planning. Courts often punish aiders and abettors as severely as the principal offenders. Its scope lies in criminal law, especially in conspiracy and accomplice liability. The next term is alien. In legal terms, an alien is a person who is not a citizen or national of the country where they are present. Aliens may be classified as resident, non-resident, enemy, or friendly, depending on circumstances. The term carries legal consequences regarding rights, property ownership, and immigration status. While aliens enjoy many rights, some are restricted, like political participation. Its scope lies in constitutional law, immigration, and international law. The next term is alimony. Alimony is financial support that one spouse may be ordered to pay to the other after separation or divorce. It is intended to balance economic inequality and help the dependent spouse maintain a standard of living. The amount depends on factors such as income, duration of marriage, and needs of the recipient. Alimony may be temporary or permanent, depending on circumstances. Its scope is in a family law and a divorce proceedings. The next term is alienation. Alienation refers to the transfer of property rights from one person to another. It may occur through sale, gift, lease, or inheritance. Alienation can also have a broader meaning in philosophy and psychology, referring to estrangement or detachment. In a law, restrictions may apply to alienation of certain properties, such as tribal or trust land. Its scope lies in property law, contracts, and a succession law. The next term is allocation. Allocation means the distribution or assignment of resources, funds, duties, or liabilities according to established rules. In law, it may involve dividing damages among parties, assigning court costs, or allocating responsibility in a dispute. In business, allocation covers budgeting, resource management, and investment distribution. Courts and regulators use allocation to ensure fairness and efficiency. Its scope lies in finance, law, and administrative governance. The next phrase is Alternative Dispute Resolution, ADR. Alternative dispute resolution is a set of processes for settling disputes outside traditional court litigation. Common methods include mediation, arbitration, reconciliation, and negotiation. ADR is valued for being faster, less formal, and often less costly than court trials. It also preserves relationships by emphasizing cooperation over adversarial confrontation. Its scope lies in a civil, commercial, labor, and international law. The next term is ambiguity. Ambiguity refers to uncertainty or vagueness in language, terms, or interpretation. In a law, ambiguous contracts or statutes may lead to disputes and require judicial interpretation. Courts typically resolve ambiguity against the party who drafted the document, under the rule of contra preferentum. Ambiguity can be intentional or accidental, but often creates a legal risk. Its scope lies in contract law, statutory interpretation, and legal drafting. The next term is alternative pleading. Alternative pleading is a legal strategy where a party presents multiple, sometimes inconsistent claims or defenses in a case. The idea is that if one claim fails, another may succeed. Courts allow this to ensure that justice is served even when facts are uncertain. For example, a plaintiff may plead both a breach of contract and an unjust enrichment. Its scope lies in civil procedure and litigation strategy.